What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I generally come to you with information. Very rarely do I question on my channel why I'm looking at something, but this is going to be one of those cases. I want you to look at this image. I want you to look at the silvers. I want you to look at the reflections, the pants. I want you to look at the details, the sweat. Now, I think we all understand, as games progress, visually, they should look better. Very seldom does a game age in terms of lineage and look worse in terms of player detail, models, rendering, shading, lighting. So when you look here at Madden NFL 18, and then you study this image before being shown Madden 21 right here, I question why all the detail seems to be gone. Everything seems to be duller and less vibrant. But keeping an eye on Madden 21 and going back to Madden 19, this game looks so much more crisper, so much more refined. To an untrained person, if you told someone this is the newest game, and it came from this game here, most people would agree that this game looks like it would have predated the other image. I want you to really look at Ezekiel Elliott's face and the helmet here. I want you to really study it in Madden 21, because I'm going to show you Madden 19 again. Look at the depth in the helmet, the clarity in the face, the detail on the jersey, the texture of the skin. This is a much more clear representation of a football player than the current game. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I do want to offer why I feel like something like this would happen. Because it defies logic. It defies gaming. It defies common sense. But hear me out. Do we agree that a game cannot visually look better unless it actually appears better? So in what would be one of the most deceitful, disgusting, despicable, absolutely lowbrow things a gaming company could do, when you go back and look at these images, is it possible that EA could have knowingly reduced the quality visually their game has, so that when this game is brought onto a next-gen console, it will appear to look far better than it currently does, despite the fact that the game actually looked better in prior iterations? That EA would actually dull its game down in terms of facial qualities, details, shading, to make sure that when you saw the following year's game on a next-gen console, it would look that much more impressive. Because that's the only way the graphics could look better. This is a game that many of us thought had met its graphical peak, but when you actually sit down and look at the images, it would appear as this game has went backwards with its graphics. And I would contend that, although as much as it pains me to say a company would do this, the only logical answer I can provide for a game looking worse from one year to the next, especially in multiple years, is that a company was fearful they would not be able to continually provide a better looking product on an next-gen console, and decided the only thing they could do to accommodate that was to make their current product slowly look worse. There's a whole Twitter account dedicated to comparing prior Maddens, 18, 19, to Madden 21. And when you see these images here, it's striking to me just how far this game has fallen off from a graphic standpoint. Now, we never see this outside of cutscenes, outside of replays, but it doesn't mean that it hasn't changed in what's reflected in the actual game. And I can't help but think next year when they put out all the images of Madden, which, to be fair, we really haven't seen a lot of detail for Madden screenshots pre-release the past couple years, if all of a sudden we wouldn't be blown away by how great and realistic things look, because for the past year or two we've played something that looks very much dull like this. It's a creative way to make it look like you've done something you haven't. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. You know I will be back in the week with more commentary.